All right, what's up, guys? In this video, we're gonna pick up with some more calculus here. We're gonna be talking about the mean value theorem. So basically, what we have here, it says find a value of c that satisfies the mean value theorem. So let me quickly remind you what the mean value theorem is and what it says. So the mean value theorem basically says if f is continuous on some closed interval a comma b and differentiable on the open interval a comma b, then there is at least one point c in that open interval a comma b such that f of b minus f of a divided by b minus a is equal to f prime of c. That's the mean value theorem. You may have seen that before, you may not have, but we'll go through it. So the first thing we need to do, if I can find my pen. So the first thing we need to do is take the derivative, and we'll do that first. Sorry, trying to create some room. All right, so let's take the derivative first. So notice here that we're given y is equal to negative x squared over 2 plus x minus 1/2. We're given the closed interval negative 2 comma 1. Remember, y, that's the same thing as f of x. So if it's a little bit confusing, just rewrite it as f of x. Remember, y, same thing as f of x, so just rewrite it if it looks a little confusing. So it's going to be negative x squared over 2 plus x minus 1 over 2, and that's what our f of x is. So we can use the mean value theorem to find the value c. So let's take the derivative. So what's the derivative of f of x? So we're looking for f prime of x, basically. Well, the derivative of this is just going to be negative x plus 1, or rather, let me write it a little better than that. F prime of x is equal to negative x plus 1. That's the derivative of our f of x there. And then our mean value theorem, it's really just a kind of a plug and chug process. So we got f prime of c is equal to f of b minus f of a, all divided by b minus a. Okay, so what that means is we'll have negative c plus 1 is going to be equal to f of 1 minus f of negative 2, all divided by 1 minus negative 2. Now I know this is going to change to a positive, but I'm just kind of writing it down just to kind of give you a gist of what's actually going on. So I know the signs are going to change in a moment. So all f of 1 is and f of negative 2 is, basically what we're doing is we're taking in a positive 1, we're subbing it in for x, we're taking in a negative 2, and we're also subbing it in for x. So remember here, this is a and this is b. That's why the 1 is here, the negative 2 is there, because it's f of b minus f of a. So I'm just reminding you of where everything is coming from. So what we'll get is negative c plus 1 is equal to, and you want to make a little bit of room. And notice how I'm putting all negatives in parentheses. You want to do this because this is really what causes a lot of problems for students, and it's caused me problems in the past as well, when you're not paying attention to sign changes. Oh, sorry about that. Just the camera so you guys can see. So you're not paying attention to sign changes, and oftentimes that can create an issue where you get the wrong answer. So then we get negative, and again, it's going to be minus, and then again, it's going to be negative, and again, I'm going to use parentheses, so 2 squared over 2 minus 2. All I did was, by the way, just bring the negative to the front, and then minus 1/2. So it looks like I got it all in there. And then we do know that down here at the bottom here, we got 1 minus negative 2, which again, that just changes to 1 plus 2, which we know is 3. So this is what we get down here. Or this is the way you actually set it up, actually. And then you just kind of clean everything up, to be quite honest. So we just get negative c plus 1. And it looks like we'll get 0 minus, well, it looks like we'll get negative 2 minus 2 minus a positive 1/2. And that's going to be all divided by 3. All I did up here was just clean this stuff up. I'm going to leave that to you guys. I'm pretty sure you guys know how to clean that stuff up. I'm not going to go too much into that. But clean this stuff up there, and you should get this down bottom. Or this in our numerator, and then obviously we didn't do anything with the 3. So now we clean this up even further, and make sure you're using your calculator as well to check your answers to make sure that you're accurate on everything. I tell students all the time, using a calculator doesn't make you stupid, doesn't make you dumb, doesn't make you anything negative, quite frankly. If anything, it makes you better, or makes you smart rather, because notice that we get 9/2, but we know it's going to change to a positive because we got a negative here, so that's going to be positive 9/2 all over 3. So this would be negative c plus 1 is equal to positive 9/2 all over 3. Back to what I was saying about the calculator. Yeah, it makes you really smart to use a calculator, because I see so many students that don't want to take a few minutes, maybe not even a few minutes, but just a few seconds to kind of check their answers, make sure their arithmetic is correct, because nobody's perfect except God himself. And even teachers make mistakes in arithmetic from time to time. Maybe sometime, you might be asked what 3 squared is, and you might write 27 or something like that because you're moving so fast, something like that. It's not unheard of to make arithmetic-related mistakes. So please take an opportunity to take that calculator and check your answers. If you don't do that, I guarantee you it's going to cause problems. It has happened to me. So please don't let it happen to you. So we get negative c plus 1 is equal to, now it looks like we got 9/2 divided by 3. Well, that's just going to give us 3/2. If we subtract 1 from both sides, we'll get negative c is equal to 3/2 minus 1. Okay. We could divide both sides by negative 1 to end up getting a positive c. So if we do that, we see what we get from there. And let's subtract. So again, we got our 3/2 minus our 1, which is just 1/2. And again, if we divide both sides by negative 1, that'll give us essentially a negative 1/2. And I could prove this by checking my answer again. Let me just kind of demonstrate to you. So notice how when I subtract 3/2 from 1, I get 1/2. We divided both sides by negative to give us a positive c, which we needed. So we get c is equal to negative 1/2. And that's actually going to be the answer. So that's the value of c that satisfies the mean value theorem. So the final answer for this particular problem, as it pertains to us, trying to find a value of c that satisfies that mean value theorem, we could say that c is essentially going to be equal to negative 1/2. And that's what the answer will be. So c is equal to negative 1/2. That's your answer. All right, so hopefully that made sense. Like I said, if you got any questions about this type of stuff, you can always ask. I'll be more than happy to address it. But pretty straightforward, just kind of a little bit of a plug and chug kind of process. Also, make sure that we're paying attention to our arithmetic and getting all that stuff correct. But that's pretty much how you do it. So I got some other videos on this, so you don't just have to look at this one video. Try a couple of these. That's the only way you're going to get better at this stuff. All right, so let me know if you got any questions about this stuff. I'll be more than happy to address it. I'll see you guys next time.